Good evening, PhD man-child with a video response to Guiltaur in a community discussion on 3D printing and more or less how does it work, should you enter it, and how will it affect industries such as the toy manufacturing, garage kit market, and the scale modeling market. I've been interested in 3D printing for a very long time and done quite a bit of research over the years, so I'm more than happy to share what I've picked up and offer this video in the description below an interview with a 3D printer salesman on the Man channel. What if I told you industry, especially Bandai, has been using 3D prototyping technology for probably 10 years now. A lot of their styrene snap together model kits seen in some documentaries about the Bandai factory shows a three-dimensional model being drawn up and laser etched out of a block of material to be tooled and cast. The technology's out there, but well out of the realm of what we want as a domestic model. So we know that toy and model kit and practically all industry has been using prototypers, three-dimensional prototypers, for quite a long time now. Yet it hasn't really completely changed how industry works. There still makes dies and molds, which is a cheaper and faster form of mass producing something, then post-painted, then assembled. I do not see the home printer where industry and businesses are going to be selling designs for us to printing is going to massively change or replace the collectible toy, the child's play toy, and the model kit industry. Here are two amazing photos I found that's probably at the pinnacle of 3D etching and printing technology, and it's quite a bright future. I am very excited and can't wait to see what the future of toy modifiers, garage and small companies making aftermarket add-on bits or their own original products and selling it in a small scale, even if they do refer to being casted in another material and not every single run made from the printer. This is giving people at home the power to create things and market it at a very small specialized niche market. If there's a certain very unusual subject you want or a certain toy that you want a piece of, it's going to be hitting the market pretty hard. Very exciting stuff. But at today's current market price and technology, blowing well over a few $1,000s for a desk model to hook up to your computer, there is a ton of drawbacks that really prevents us from really pushing forward and changing the entire industry. Technology is fast moving, but it has not improved the resolution or the quality of these prints that we get out of our home computers. On top of that, the time it takes to print something out. A very basic shape, some of the ones that are being shown in this video would take 12 to more than 24 hours to print out. This is not viable for manufacturing or mass producing. So you have to have a dedicated computer, dedicated printer, and constantly feeding it consumables and most likely maintaining or repairing parts constantly, as with moving parts, maintenance is involved as things do wear out. These are fairly costly and space-time consuming. Also, take a very close look at the surface texture. It's not very refined, very washed out. It replicates or breaks up the 3D image that's on the computer and print it out pixel by pixel, much like a home printer on a piece of paper. This will improve in time, but will still be a very expensive adventure. Once you have something of this texture, you can wipe acetone over it to smooth it out and sand it out. But if you invest really fine detail in there, it sort of gets lost. Though larger complex pieces with complex surfaces, a lot of curved surfaces, this is probably definitely very brilliant for. But if you're going for a figurine or a statue of a human, that's definitely going to be washed out and wasted. You're also able to print things out in colour and have colour separation and assemble, but it's very, very crude, and painting is definitely most required. On definitely a good advantage, there's a lot of different materials to choose from to whatever medium you wish to work in. So at the current moment, with all this invested money to be able to print things out from design, the design part we'll look at just in a moment, you'll still need to be invested in tools and paint to assemble, glue, fix up and paint all of these. So you pretty much have to be a seasoned modeler to build something to a satisfactory standard with that sort of investment in this sort of hobby. Now for the most important element, the software. It is very specialized and extremely advanced. There are courses out there to do it, but the skills to be able to harness to build anything out of your imagination, unless you're already a trade or skilled designer, takes quite a amount of time to learn this software. And if you wish to buy legitly, very, very expensive, with a computer powerful enough to drive the 3D engine. There's a lot of elements and schematics to it, and then on top of that, the thing that you draw up and design needs to be broken down and transferred in another program to be able to communicate with the printer to produce. Also, with the size of the printer, you are limited to a certain size that it's able to print, so an item may need to be broken down to many pieces, which is complex. Sadly, hiring someone to draw things for you is expensive, and free downloads at the moment is a very limited market of things that you can download and print. As a recap to this conversation, this is a very exciting time for this hobby to be with this invention as an alternative to manual scratch building with plastic card and putty. But at the moment, even though such a skill is difficult being a scratch builder, it is still a lot cheaper and easier to do than 3D printing, with a lot less needed to be invested, and realistically, scratch building is not that hard to learn. On the flip side, 3D printers are going to become a lot cheaper and a lot more user-friendly for non-design heavy-duty software. This is very exciting for the future in the next 3 to 5 years. On the other hand of the conversation, bootlegging is not a problem at the moment, as things cannot be replicated to mass-produced dyed items out of a mold. And within the foreseeable future, I do not see companies or copyright holders such as Bandai or Hasbro selling us data that we can use to print out their products at home, or the licensing to print our own things at home. These products are never going to finish play articulated or the amazingly high quality finish that we get out of our toys, collectibles and hobby bits today, to the reason why they're made as an accurate representation of the item we desire. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. I hope it gives you some more realistic ideas behind this technology and ideal, and keep researching and keep open and optimistic about this new technology and where things are heading. See you later.